Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus West Ham United preview. Joining me today is the gaffer, Ryan. Ryan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Had a few last night, so the head's a bit, as you'd expect. So, it'd be weird if I sat here saying my head's feeling great because it's not. But hopefully, I don't have a headache tomorrow watching Man United play, which I don't think we haven't really had many of those so far this season, Ryan, have we?
No, thank God, because it's a lot different from last season when we had low headaches. But
Yeah.
I think there's a change there now, and it's a change for good. So hopefully tomorrow we can continue the good form we're in, and get the win.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna charge my phone. So, if you want to do a gaffer's talk while I'm trying to plug this in.
Yeah, that's not great. Well, obviously, we're in good form since we beat Ammonia on Thursday. No, Sheriff beat them. God. See, now you have my head all over the place. So hopefully we can bring that form to tomorrow's game, which I fully think we will. Just as long as Maguire doesn't start, we should be okay.
Well,
as long as Maguire doesn't start, we should be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said it to you today. I can't see Maguire just walking straight back into that squad. I mean, he's been out for nearly a month, you could almost say, probably a bit longer, and it'd be weird. And you get a lot of people saying, "Oh, favoritism if Maguire walks straight back into that team tomorrow." I mean, look at the game against Sheriff. He didn't get tested, so I can't look at Maguire and say he didn't do bad. I felt now could throw him out there, so I can't really talk about a player that barely got tested on Thursday against was a Sheriff. So yeah, I mean, did what he was asked, but didn't have much to do. I think even De Gea went home, maybe had a cup of tea, something like that. I swore I seen the goalkeeper walk down the tunnel with an hour left. So I don't know. I mean, coming into this game against West Ham, the 30 in place. See, just I'm getting bloody dementia. I'm forgetting everything. Forget where I am. Forget what I'm doing. Oh Jesus, Salah, you bastard. But anyways, no. Hold on a sec. Let's just check the table here because we're fifth. We're sixth. But if we win tomorrow, we can go fifth, a point behind Newcastle. West Ham are third. Jesus Christ, 13th. 13th place with 14 points. 12 games played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. They have, I think it's Paqueta and Bowen out tomorrow. So that's going to be, Bowen's a threat. Paqueta, haven't watched much of Paqueta, but seems like a decent player for West Ham. So don't really know. What do you reckon, Ron? Do you reckon, we should be able to handle West Ham, or do you reckon they'll be up for this game?
Suppose it's like every other season. West Ham are a bulky team. West Ham always seem to put a challenge up against us. Tomorrow's going to be no different. But hopefully, with the squad we have now and the players that are, actually fighting for the badge and playing with passion, that we could get the win tomorrow. But still going to be a tough game, I think.
Yeah. Like supposedly they have their defense is meant to be good or something like that, some defensive record. So, I mean, they've only conceded. Well, they have a -1 goal difference, so it's not really telling me how much they've conceded or whatever. But 13th place, I mean, they're in the Conference League. They're like the way Newcastle are competing for Europe. I mean, geez, I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle go make it to Europe, especially where they're playing with that money as well. I mean, geez, they're only starting. Like they have Isak, Dan Bourne, Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes, can't think of anyone else they have that they signed. No, he went. Nick
Botman.
Pope, Botman, yeah, Botman. So, decent team to be fair, strong, So that's Newcastle, but West Ham, like David Moyes, experienced manager, he managed just totally different team. Then I think the team he managed then is a lot different. I think De Gea will be the only man that's still on that team since he managed just. I can't think of anyone else. Didn't have Ronaldo, so I think everyone else is nearly retired. So just De Gea, But I mean, I want to talk about our team before we move back to West Ham because who cares about them, right? Garnacho, would you consider starting him tomorrow? See what he's like in the Prem.
No.
No. Maybe
he did play good against Sheriff on Thursday. Don't get me wrong, had a fantastic game. But no, I wouldn't start in the Prem. I might bring him on as a sub tomorrow, but I wouldn't start.
Yeah. I mean, good old Garnacho. Ryan. He knows who we are now. You know what I mean? He did view our Instagram story the other day. Listen, that's good though. Just good. He's 18 years of age. That's good for us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't start him. I'd bring him on the last 10, 15 minutes or so. See what he's like. I mean, it's Sheriff. Like, come on, Sheriff. I mean, we were still wanted Pellistri to come on. I don't know why we didn't bring a few more youngsters on, but I mean, I would have liked to. If Amazaka was fit, I would have liked to see him. Alanga. We barely have any strikers. Like, I think every game in Europa League for us now is crucial. If you want to finish top, which I can't see us finishing top in that group unless we not smash, but get a few goals against Sociedad without them score. But I mean, Ryan, we'll go into tactics and all that, like we do.
Because we love doing that now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad we don't do the talking basics. We jump straight into it. So we'll go into your predicted team and see how that's going to shape up, or are you going to do are you doing what you think Ten Hag will throw out? What's the story?
To be honest, I think the team that I'm predicting is going to probably be the exact same team that Ten Hag might throw out. So I don't know. This is what I think is going to happen anyway. So got De Gea as per usual. Dalot, Lindelof, because I can't see Maguire starting, and I don't want to see him start either. Martinez, Shaw, because I don't know, Malassi was a bit slow on Thursday.
Yeah, his form's dipped a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's like, it's not like when he first started and, we were like, oh, he's brilliant, he's great. And
you could nearly say he's more of a long-term setback. He'd be in and out.
Yeah. But, I mean, with Shaw's recent form and, the competition between them two, I think Shaw is just going to get the start tomorrow.
So we got an assist for Rashford's goal on Thursday.
Yeah. And, I mean, two DMs, Casemiro, obviously, absolute beast. Finally starting to find his form at Man United, so happy that's happening. It's got Eriksen, who was yours and my man of the match on Thursday night, because he was literally everywhere. And hopefully we can see him being everywhere again on the pitch tomorrow. Anthony, we said it before. I think we said it on the preview for the Sheriff game and during the preview and during the watch along. use your right foot, man. Find your right foot.
Yeah. I mean, actually, there's a lot of noise about him in there with the
Yeah,
trademark
the
skills.
spin. Yeah.
Do you see any problem with that? Like, are you gonna do like Paul Scholes, who called him a clown, Savage, who went ballistic? Like, do you reckon there's a need for all this? Should I talk about him?
Look, I only saw clips on Instagram. I saw that Ten Hag said it's okay. He didn't lose because he didn't lose the ball. It's okay, but he said that he's gonna deal with him. So whatever that meant. But I don't think there was a need for it.
Hmm.
But he didn't give away the ball. So
What?
he didn't give away the ball or possession. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, I mean, he was kind of good. He was given I can actually remember it there that Casemiro running through. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I like Anthony. Like, yeah, he has the left foot of an angel. With that right foot, if he gets that right foot, you can really throw him to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Mix. What I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like if he had a decent right foot as well. You'd fancy throwing him onto the. I'd like you fancy throwing him onto the left and then Sancho onto the right.
Hmm.
Because he only has a left boot. Like I remember against, I think it was what team was it against? Newcastle, where he tried to cross the ball with his right and it just literally went. It didn't even go straight. It literally just fluffed into
Yeah.
the scoreboard end or the Adidas end. Whatever I don't know if there's even a name for that, to be honest.
I
So
don't
yeah,
think anybody was.
no, I don't even think there's even a name for it.
No, it's literally just an Adidas logo. Woman.
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing the tour there, he literally just called it the scoreboard, and so I don't know. This is the tour, you know what I mean? But yeah. So Anthony, I agree with the back five, midfield two, Anthony, Bruno. Even though I have Rashford instead of Sancho, but I still agree with this team. Sancho, what do you think of him these days? But there's me trying to circle around him, but I can't.
Oh, sorry. Oh, they're very
No, I don't. I was literally here like, why is this not working? But yeah, what do you think of him these days? He came off. He came off half time. No, he didn't. No, I don't know. He didn't even start on Thursday. So maybe with him not starting, do you reckon that could mean he will be starting tomorrow, or Ten Hag just wants to, he just wanted to see how Garnacho would do?
I reckon what happened Thursday is that, we'll give Garnacho a chance, see what he's all about. And we'll keep Sancho for Sunday. But then again, I'm thinking at the back of my mind, with the way Sancho's playing at the moment, will he even start on Sunday?
Yeah, no, because his form's dipped.
Yeah, I think it's dipped since the Liverpool game.
Yeah, like Liverpool game, he played well.
Yeah,
He played well.
Got the goal as well.
He got the goal. Yeah, he was a threat. Then he just didn't. Like, then after that, what was after Liverpool? Southampton, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was quite is it like, what is it, like a big game player where he turns up in big games? Like, is he like I remember when Rashford scored against Arsenal and then Liverpool. Oh, it's because he played a high line. They're not able for if you play a high line, it's easier for them to get in behind. But then you're playing a team like West Ham, who Souček and Declan Rice. That's not a bad midfield pair to have. Two strong, tall players who have a good relationship. Then you look at Rashford's pace as well as a threat. Like, if you're say a Cresswell or a Kufal or whoever they play, left back or right back, whatever, when Rashford's running at you at full pelt, his pace can hurt you. Especially if you're coming up against two players who two fullbacks who aren't young. Like what you're looking at Rashford on the left, so that'd be the right back, which would be Kufal if he starts for West Ham. He's not going to be able for Rashford.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to be able for Rashford at all. But then, because could Kufal's experience come into play? Because not like Kufal didn't even start on Sunday, Thursday in the Conference League. A few players were on the bench, like they're big players, like I think Declan Rice and Suchek. I think they started. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I mean, Sancho, I hope he gets back into form. Because there's times where you're like, there's games where like we're starting to see the Sancho that we paid for. The game after it, like, what is wrong with this player?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rashford's doing well these days. I like where, you know, like, do you reckon, you know, him and Ronaldo, that's decent enough, you know, for Rashford, you know, because not many players, like, if you're playing Rashford, Sancho, Alanga, or Anthony, sorry, you're going to be focused on Rashford because he's the danger man. So with Ronaldo, Rashford, do you reckon that kind of takes the pressure off Rashford and, you know, focus off Rashford and then right Ronaldo? Do you reckon that could come in? You know, that could be a factor, or it's just Rashford is just getting back to himself.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Rashford's definitely finding form again, but I think it's the players he's surrounded by. You have the likes of Fernandez, you know, you've got Ericsson behind him, you've got Ronaldo in front of him, and you've got Anthony on the opposite side. So like he's got good players around him, and you know, you've got his English teammate Luke Shaw playing behind him as well. So
But Sancho has the same disease as Rashford. It's a hit and miss with someone. Hit and miss.
yeah, no, it's definitely hit and miss.
Like Rashford, whoever starts on that left wing tomorrow, they could have a brilliant game. You played them against Sociedad and they're rubbish. So it's a hit and miss with that left hand side. That's why I'd like a Cody Gakpo to come in, or the Leao plays very similar. And you know who I'm on about, Portuguese.
Yeah, Rafael Leao.
Winger / striker, whatever way you can play him. You know, so you know, like I think that left hand side, like the name is strong, but the players aren't.
Yeah.
Like I think what was it for the Chelsea game last week? We did the preview for it, and we were like, our threat most of the times comes from the right hand side, with Dalot and Anthony who are performing well. You know, Anthony cut inside. And that's literally what we did. Casemiro, Anthony, Dalot. Casemiro, who is playing brilliant. Not playing brilliant, but he's doing what we needed for years. We needed a defensive midfielder like that. Like he's experienced. He's won trophies. He can be a leader. He can be a leader.
Yeah.
Like
I reckon
and then
he's after settling into his role.
Yeah. And then same with the left hand side. English teammates. Right hand side you have Casemiro, Anthony. So there's left English to right. Well, obviously, I think didn't you say the low can speak?
So what I was saying is we've got the Portuguese right hand side. 1 second there, Dean, just getting a phone call.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so we'll be waiting for Ryan to come back. So this is literally like what he has crossed. So like Antelo scored a goal against Sheriff on Thursday from the corner. He's playing well. He's probably our only right back at the moment. Casemiro playing well. Anthony, he's playing well. He has his good and bad days. Like his speed is a threat. His left boot is a threat. His aggression is a threat. He has a decent threat. So he is a very, very decent player. But as me and Ron said, you sort out Anthony's right boot. He can cross the ball in. Like when you see him when he runs up, when Anthony runs up on the right hand side, he's gonna cross the ball in. He runs up, stops, cuts back and then whips it in with his left. Where if you have, and that kind of stops it attack. You know, if your players are there next ball, you have to stop, turn around, whip it in. It's just gonna mess everyone up. But when you have like if you have a player, a right winger that has a good left foot and right foot, that's a threat because he can whip the ball in. Like give me an example. He plays on the right for Man City. Bernardo Silva is it? Hold on. Mahrez, he can cross in with his right boot. Salah, he can cross in with his right boot. Most of the time, better right. Like, I'm not saying I don't think many right wingers have a good right foot. But yeah. But I mean, you have this the goal circles. You could see he was hungry on Thursday. He got his goal. He got another one, but it was offside. Ronaldo could have finished that game with easily a hat-trick run, couldn't he have?
Yeah, and probably should have as well.
Yeah. Like the first half where I'm not sure who dropped it in, and I literally tried to lift the ball up with his right boot over the keeper, got saved, scored a goal, up at the Sheffer end, offside, and he got another goal, which was actually a good goal. He took two defenders out of the game and a goalkeeper. So that's one thing about Ronaldo. You're gonna, if you're, a Zuma or Kera, can't pronounce his name. Came from PSG, I think. Centre back. You're going to tightly mark him. You're going to give a Sancho and a Anthony space to cut in. And even a Bruno.
Yeah.
Like Bruno, think of it. You have Ronaldo. You're going to tightly mark him. That gives this trio of Sancho, Bruno, and Anthony space. Because the fullbacks are going to have some job to do against our wingers tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
I mean, I have West Ham's team here. I have the little yoke if you want to stick mine up, and maybe you can deal with what way we think the players are raw, how they control. Yeah. Where's our team? Right. So obviously here's my it's literally just Rashford. It's just whatever. Anyways, but either me or right team is gonna be right. I'm more than happy with the teams. So here's our my predicted, but it's the same thing. Get the hair, Shaw, Martinez, Lindelof, Delô, Anthony, Casemiro, Eriksen, Rashford, Bruno, Ronaldo, and Anthony. So manager, Gaffer. Are we going to see overlapping runs again tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be surprised if we don't. And I can also see Eriksen getting forward into a more central role, and then maybe have the likes of Lindelof covering the CDM position.
Yeah, so we're pushing Casemiro up.
Yeah, and then you have Lindelof coming across until Eriksen tracks back. Because, like we said before, Martinez is kind of better one-on-one, so we have Martinez back.
That?
Like we said before, Martinez is better one-on-one defensively, so you have Martinez back.
So literally like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to get the low overlapping Shaw. If you're I like Luke Shaw's overlapping.
Yeah.
I really like Luke Shaw. We have it's not like we don't have quick fullbacks. Shaw's fast, Delô is fast, Malacia is fast, Wan-Bissaka is fast. So overlapping's good, crossing is good. Luke Shaw has a good left boot. Delô has a good right boot. So that's happy days. It would be great if Rashford has a bit of both. Rashford's a bit of both. Good left and right boot, because I think Ten Hag threw him out on the right there against Sheriff on Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose we kind of covered most of what we think will happen. But I mean, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The midfield battle.
Yeah, no, that'll be interesting.
The midfield battle is going to be very interesting. Two experienced lads with Eriksen and Casemiro. West Ham with Souček and Declan Rice. Obviously, they wouldn't have as much of experience as Ericsson or Casemiro would, but they have strength and height. So what's he going to be? Is it going to be is experience going to win that midfield battle, or height and strength? You don't know. Like, I'd fancy Ireland to do it, but then, let's jump into West Ham's here quick. A little bit, then we'll talk about score predictions, break 11, insights and whatnot. So West Ham, these two lads with Souček and Rice. Now, Ryan, we don't watch much of West Ham, but what can you see them doing tomorrow to try and stop us from scoring, obviously? And what are they going to do to try and score themselves? Like, we don't watch them as much, so...
I suppose you could see Souček and Rice kind of playing a little bit deeper, especially when we have the ball, to kind of stop attacks that we're going to have. If you're West Ham, I reckon what's going to happen is you're going to have the likes of Benrahma and Lanzini making runs down the wings and trying to find Scamacca for a header, or even try to find a player on the edge of the box. But I honestly think West Ham are going to try hit us on counter attacks, but I think we'll just be too good defensively. But like I was saying to you earlier on, I don't think we are going to keep a clean sheet. I mean, the West Ham might bag one goal at least. So, like, we're definitely not going to keep a clean sheet. But if we do, I won't be complaining either. But I just can't see us keeping a clean sheet.
No, because they have a decent track. And obviously with Antonio, I think he's all right for tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he could, I'm guessing like this is what I can see this. I put Downs in there because he played last game out against Bournemouth. So, do you have a few other players here like Arteta? They're not going to play some lad named Coventry in the midfield unless he's good. Ryan, you could actually, right? Could we see Emerson start going up against the likes of Anthony? What would you fancy? If you're Mr. Moyes, would you put out an experienced Cresswell or a quick, pacey left back to sort Anthony out? Because Anthony is not an easy fella to handle. I could just say that by looking at.
I think you're going to stick with the experienced left back in Cresswell.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I think that's what's going to happen.
It's going to be an interesting show for David Moyes, but yeah, experience. Pablo Fornals, could we see him play tomorrow? Maybe put him there.
Yeah, you could easily see Fornals play.
Yeah, so believe it at this. And this lad, he's tall, quick. Everything you want in a striker, basically. Not saying he's any Haaland or Nunez or Ronaldo, nothing to do with that. But he's been a decent signing for West Ham.
Yeah, definitely.
We were talking about Garnacho. I don't think, as you said, I don't think Ten Hag will jump the gun and, let's just throw Garnacho because he had a good game. I think it takes time. It'll take time for Garnacho to break into that squad, to be a player. Like this, I like seeing fresh faces, new players getting a goal. But you're not going to throw them out against a team like West Ham who can be a threat themselves. But we'll go through a few insights. They barely matter, but anyways. So Manchester United have won their last 4 Premier League matches against West Ham. Their best winning run against the Hammers since an 8-game run between 2008 and 2012. West Ham have picked up just 3 points in the last 14 Premier League visits to Man United. So that's drawing 3, losing 12. since their last win, at Old Trafford in May 2007, thanks to Carlos Tevez winner, whatever it is. Anyways, West Ham have lost more away Premier League matches against Manchester United than they have versus any other side, while Man United have only won more home games against Spurs. So, what? What's Spurs got to do with this? But anyways, Manchester United have lost just one of the last 14 Premier League home games, 8 wins, 5 draws, have lost 6 of their previous 13 at Old Trafford. Before this, they're looking to keep 3 consecutive home clean sheets for the first time since June 2020. And West Ham have kept just 2 clean sheets in the last 17 Premier League away games and have won just 2 of their last 14 on the road. 2 draws and 10 losses. The question that I don't even know whether to even say it anymore, because I'm starting to get pissed off with these bloody score predictions, and because I know Ryan's score prediction, he knows my score prediction. We were talking earlier on. Ryan, on this fine Halloween spooky weekend, right? What is your score prediction and goal scorers for tomorrow?
3-1 to Man United.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's going to score.
No,
don't start this, Steve.
no,
Don't start.
no.
Don't start.
Right, go on.
Right, so Ronaldo's going to score. Rashford's going to score. And Anthony's going to score. No, Dean, no. You mentioned it again. No.
Oh no! Oh no! Ryan, I'm actually not. I swear, I'm not joking with you. You don't believe? I know it's. I find it hard to believe me.
Goal score for West Ham.
Like a Scamacca or something like that.
It's going to be Lanzini.
Right, that's one thing we don't agree on. I know Scamacca. But yeah, that's. But yeah, that's been it. The Man United versus West Ham preview. What do I keep getting mixed up? When I do preview, I say watch along. When I do watch along, I say preview. What's wrong? So we play tomorrow at 4:15. Yeah, isn't it 4:15?
Yeah.
4:15 at Old Trafford. Hopefully it's a nice day. Hopefully we get the 3 points. Not sure what time we'll be live at. Not sure whether our main man, Roy Keane, Mourinho, Gaffer, Fergie will be joining us. Do you have any bad news to break to us, Ron?
What's happening?
What?
What?
Are you will we see you tomorrow? Or are you going out?
Well, I don't know. It's Dad's birthday tomorrow, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Good out. Birthday. Yeah, well, anyways, enough of this. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I will speak to you all in the next one. Have a good one.